I ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Arise, Rodimus Prime. Optimus.
Rodimusbill here, and today we're going to do Transformers Siege Warfare Cybertron Deluxe Hound. First, we'll take a look at the packaging. There you have Hound. He looks like he's got a weapon, and there's some kind of black weapon accessory. There is Hound. You got this cool art on the side of Hound in his robot mode, and it says Deluxe Class. And on the back, you got Robot to Jeep in 14 steps. He is compatible with the Battlemasters. There he is with Lionizer. And there is the Battlemasters, Lionizer, and Blowpipe. Choose weapons loadout. And there's some more artwork of the Ark leaving Cybertron. Words, Autobot symbol, and I do like these cool boxes. Now let's take this guy out of the package. And now we have Hound out of the packaging. First, we're going to take a look at his instruction booklet. I like how these are a lot bigger than they used to be, and he is WFC S9. And I like this because it tells you how HD Vector Beam Mega Blaster. That's how you put this into. You take this off. You can put the smaller weapon on the back, and then put the small weapon on the back of that, and all three guns combined. Here is the vehicle placement on the gun. And on the back, it has where you could attach other figures to him. And he's compatible with Fire Blast, Battlemasters, and Micromaster. And one thing on the instruction booklet is you have the smaller weapon is the IR Electroscope Launcher. And the bigger gun is the Hollow Beam Refraction Blaster. And that is the weapons, or the instruction booklet. Now, you look at the weapon. Here is the bigger weapon. This is the Hollow Beam Refraction Blaster. And it is mostly silver and black. And you notice it's got little grooves in there, where you could put this little guy, you could attach it. I'm not sure what this is. It doesn't have a name for it. Almost looks like a spare tire when he's in vehicle mode. But this just puts right in here. And then you have what's called the IR Electroscope Launcher. And this is molded in green, a little bronze, and silver. And it does have a 5mm peg. And this you can attach here. And that's what makes his big launcher. Now, on the Hound figure, they've got holes here and here where you could put the guns there. It doesn't really give you that much room, but you could... It's barely got clearance, but you could put that one there. And what you want to do is you can hold this gun, and there is Hound. Okay, now for the actual Hound figure. Let's take a look at his face. It is very G1-ish. He's got a silver face. He's got blue eyes. He's got a green head. He's got the Autobot symbol up there on his chest. He's, let's see, on his chest, he's black. He's silver. He's some yellow paint right there. And as you go down, you've got green. There's some battle damage with the gray battle damage up here. You got some red striping. You got silver, you got gray paint, you got that bronze color right there. You got rims, you got black, and then on the arms you got the army star. You have some more brown bronze paint. He's pretty. I never had a G1 Hound, so this guy is one of the ones I wanted to get out of this line. Doesn't have too much of a backpack, just the canopy of the Jeep. Here's all four wheels, and that is Hound. Now for articulation, his head unfortunately doesn't move that much. His head only moves sideways that far. You can move it that far, and he could look up and look down a little. Arms, we'll do a whole 360. They do go out. So you get the elbow or upper arm swivel, and he's got an elbow bend, 90 degrees, and his hands just rotate 360, and they don't fold in for transformation though. He does have 360 degrees on the waist. Other arm, same way. He's got the whole full 360 tilt, goes out, arm swivel, elbow bend, waist or wrist. Legs, 90 degrees front, 90 degrees back. The full split. And he can do more than a 90 degrees at the knees. And his feet do move. Okay, now this is a new Siege Deluxe, which for some reason this line, the price point went up and the size went down. For some comparisons, this is the Rook Combiner Wars. Now, in the Combiner Wars, Hound had a Rook mold with a little slight difference. So that is how those two guys, notice he's a little taller. Here is Power of the Prime's punch counter punch, and he again is a little taller. And then we move to the Voyager Titan's Return, so that he's a lot taller. That's broadside. And now for a Siege comparison, here is Cog, his fellow Deluxe, and they're about the same size at the top of the head. And then you bring in the Battlemasters, Blowpipe, Fire Drive, and Lionizer. And later on we're going to combine all these guys. And then if you want to bring in Flak and Top Shot, the Battle Patrol, and we'll bring in Vesper and Night Cloud. I forgot the guy's name. That is the other Micromaster Patrol. And that is all for comparisons. So now we'll go on to transformation. Oh, and one more. How can I forget this? This is the Hound from the Last Night Voyager. Now they did beef Hound up. Hound used to be a little scrawny guy with a hollow projector and G1, but now they made him into a big armored John Goodman voiced behemoth, kind of like they should have named him Bulkhead for the animated green guy and not Hound, but that is the Hound from the Last Night. Now for transformation, first what we're going to do is we're going to work on the legs. Now going to come right here, and we're going to pull this piece right here. You just want to untab that. That's a tab right there, and a little hole right there. And you want to just bring this piece down like that. Now we'll go to the other side. I like to push my finger on here, tab that in. Now these do have a habit of falling out. And that's we have the legs. Now, what you want to do is go up top, and you want to pull these out just a little. Pull this out, pull this out, and then rotate this whole thing up like that. Then, what you want to do is you can fold this all the way in. And what you want to do is this little tab right there, you want to rotate that in. Again, take the arm, rotate this in, and rotate this there. And we're going to leave that for now. Because we're just going to come to the back, and the legs fold all the way up. You might want to move this out to the side a little, like that. And you want to clearance right here. And then this little piece, you fold down like that. And you'll have this tab go into that hole. And that side locks in. So now you got one side done. Go the other side. Rotate the entire leg up. Pull this out to the side. You got to make sure you have clearance. At this point, if you want, you can connect those two. Again, fold this little piece down and tab this in to here. There. And then this, you've got this tab here and this hole. You got two tabs here and two holes here, and you want to lock that in. So now come to the bottom. Now when you move these pieces in, they're going to have a tab on them, and you got to get that tab in that hole. So you lock that hand in, and you lock that hand in, and now Hound is done. And this is his vehicle mode. And all in all, he looks pretty good. He's just a rugged army Jeep. Very nice. And he's got some bronze colored on the side, bronze colored on the side of the hood and on the tip of the hood with the star. He's got the Autobot symbol on the front. He's got some gray. It looks like he's actually got benches right there, a little dashboard. Black tires, green rims. You got some black there. Up front, you got some yellow fog lights. You got white lights, white headlights, a black winch. Again, you got yellow there. You got more black. Back, you got red. You got yellow. And there is the bottom. There is the top. Now, to put these on, what you do is this little piece goes right over here in this little slot. This is like, I don't know if it's a spare tire, a water canteen, or what. And then you put this on the back one, and then you put this on the smaller one, and now Hound is all armored up. And we're just going to do vehicle to vehicle comparisons. Here is Hound with Cogman. He is two separate cars, and you could put them together. So he is one, and that's the Siege. Here is the Hound missile truck compared to the Hound Army Jeep. And that's how those guys compare. Here is Hound versus Punch Counter Punch. Is Deluxe to Deluxe. Here is Hound compared to Rook, a Combiner War Deluxe. So they're pretty much... The new Sieges are a little smaller. And then there's a Voyager size compared to Hound broadside. And this is Hound. Now, several things we can do now that we have Hound. You can take Cogman, and Cogman is a weaponizer. So, first we'll look at Hound. We have 5mm port there, here, there, on this side, there and there. And we got two up here. So, what you want is you could do all sorts of different combinations with the weaponizers. And this just happens to be cog. Let's see. Actually, we'll put these here. Like that. There we go. These we can stick like so. They've got little missiles. Let's see, we can stick these here. You can either put his main gun. Let's go up a little so we can go down. We can do this guy. Let's see. Now these weaponizers are nice. There's cog and there's 6 shots coming out. So you can do something like that. And that is Hound. And then you could put his weapons here, here, and you could put more of Cog's weapons here and here. And then, if you want, we could take our battlemasters, which we have blowpipe and fire drive. We'll just transform this guy real quick. And we'll just stick that arm there, that arm there. 5mm point on the side. We can do that. And we can get his Decepticon compatriot. If I could transform this guy real quick. Now, they're all standard 5mm pegs, which also works with the power of the Prime Masters. And there is Hound. All decked out with Cogman, his weapons. Oh, and we can even throw this back there again. And that is Hound, all decked out in Cogman's weapons. Now that is one vehicle I would not want to mess with. And here's a better shot. So these siege figures are very, very versatile. They're compatible. Basically, they leave all the 5mm slots for them all. And then, once we get back to robot, robot mode, we will transform him back. Now, robot mode is different. You have to unpeg these first, because if you don't, you're not going to release the legs. And you want to pull this out, untab that, and just pull it out there and flip this up. Again, you just want to tab that out, put that to the side, and flip this up. Unpeg it from the back. Now, a lot of reviewers will do vehicle mode to robot mode. I like to do, as soon as you get, what does it come packaged? If it comes packaged in robot mode, I do robot mode to vehicle mode. Because I remember when before I started doing this, we used to get figures in, especially Skydive. I remember that, where his arm. I couldn't figure out the arm, so I went online and I had to get some help. So I like doing it. And then over here, as we're going to separate that, pull this down, accordion the backpack. This tab will go into that slot. Now you notice here is that little slot right there, and you have a little, so they'll just snuggle in. Rotate the arms, turn that in. So I like to do however it comes packaged, so people won't have any problem figuring it out. Now, to weaponize in robot mode, what you want to do is, it seems the feet are always the same. You just basically take this 5mm peg and you have that one. So you have Hound, And then you got millimeter slot here. So what we're gonna do is we'll do Cogman. No. Yeah, we can do. Actually, Cogman we'll just do like this. We'll stick that like that. We'll stick this one here. And then you got this big thing. Let's see, this is a big gun. It's got a 5mm peg there. So we could stick that here. Kind of blurs his vision. But as you can see, and then we'll throw some battlemasters on his hands, on his arms. And we'll put his weapons. We'll make this one big long weapon since we didn't before. This goes into here. This goes into the back. And then he can hold this big weapon. And so now he's looking. And then you got these weapons. You could just throw these here for good safekeeping. Let's see. And then there's always, you still got one back here. So this guy you can get real creative with. You can put that back. I'm not sure what you want to do with that, but oh yeah, you can have 2 extra guns back there. Whoops, for some reason. There you go. And that is Hound all armored up. Now this is the gimmick for the Siege line. So far every line had a gimmick. Combiner Wars, their gimmick was the combination. The Titan's Return was the Headmaster. And then the Power of the Primes combined the Prime Masters with the combination. And now we have a brand new line of figures called Siege, which are Target Masters and how am I doing this? Target Masters and old G1 figures. And this is, and we could stick this here. We can stick that on there. And there is his blade. And you have these little pieces that go on the end of these. You can put these here. Everything is compatible. Now, how would you like to mess with that Hound? And that is the gimmick of the Siege line. Besides going back to G1 original figures, maybe a little update, battle damage paint, which a lot of them have, and then they combined with the Weapon Masters, and they're all combined into Siege figures. All right, and that is this review. So this is Rodimusbill saying please check out my channel. Subscribe, hit like, hit the notification so whenever I get new videos are uploaded, you guys see them. Check out my Transformers, check out my DC characters, my Marvel, my movie, Lego reviews, and all that stuff. Alright, this is Rodimusbill saying till all are one, the siege has begun.